So here's a cool one. I almost drove by this because I thought it was a mower at first, but then I noticed the blades on the back here, and I'm pretty sure this is for cutting down shrubbery and brush and maybe some smaller trees. And you could probably mow with it as well, but those are not your regular mowing blades. And it looks like this arm, you know, that could go off and probably not only cut vertically like it is now, but go down to horizontal and cut at different angles. It could probably articulate this way as well as this way and this way. But you can tell it's not originally from this John Deere, obviously. That's let's see what kind of brand that is. So this is a John Deere tractor, 7130. And this tractor, I think, is more or less used as a farm field tractor, not necessarily for this application. You'd either have a bucket on the front and a grader on the back, or you could change out different things, but it looks like they retrofit it. This almost looks custom here, the way that it's welded. You know, the mounting brackets, not the unit itself, but they might have done some specialty stuff to get this thing mounted correctly down here on these bolts and all that. You can tell it's been greased just recently, so someone knows what they're doing. They're not just letting it go. They greased the pins enough that it came out the connection points there, and that one's got a little grease marking on that too up there. So they did a whole number on this bad boy, which is great. But I'll show you the inside of this cab in a minute. So this is a saber, probably because it's a saber tooth saw blades. It's called a buzz bar. Okay, I'm going to Google that one. I've never even heard of that before. You guys probably have. If you're watching this and you know more about this than I'm talking about right now, please feel free to leave some comments and help us all out understand this a little bit better. Obviously, this hydraulic piston right here will lower it and raise it back up. This one will pull the arm up or down, this in particular arm here, along with that guy. That guy might actually lower this whole thing at that pivot point there down to the ground. And yeah, and then there's this hydraulic piston here too to push and pull to give the turn to this point as well. So this is a nice safety bar there too for the cab, just in case something kicks back. Maybe keep everything. I like his handle. He's got like almost a joystick or something going on up there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, this is a little bit bigger than the normal construction tractor you'd have on a small site. With the wheels, at least, they got the small wheels up front. I thought they'd have bigger wheels on something that was operating equipment such as this. But you could see that's where you'd hook up your Gannon box, your grader, your scraper. You could also hook up, your mower blade pack and all that good stuff. But look at this, 4 blades, 2 low, 2 high, and every other one, so they can cross cut on top of each other and really do the job. And let me see here. Look at these blades. They're pretty interesting. They almost got like a little cap on them, right? I thought it would just be the teeth, the blade here, but then it's got like a little cap. And I'm wondering if you can just replace these caps, and that way you don't have to replace the whole blade, because this is probably expensive as hell. And you can see there's some cut marks here where they were trying to sharpen it. When they were sharpening it, someone had a grinder or something and went zing. But I don't know, maybe once these caps wear out, you just replace the whole blade, but you might be able to weld new caps back on. I'm not sure if that'd be worth the hassle. But if you look, they articulate. You can see one goes angling this way, and then this one is angled that way. Every other one is cut a little different. Hopefully I can't see, the sun's behind me, and it's just pretty brutal as far as looking at my screen. So let's hope this is in focus, guys, and you guys can get a good look at the way they cross cut these each tooth cross cuts a different way as well. Helps cut through that tree or branches. Oh, we got some sort of oil there, so they might have been spraying these inside motor rotator points here with some sort of, it almost smells like WD-40. So, and you can see that it's all over here too. So you know what I think it really is one of these hydraulic hoses has got a leak, probably right around here somewhere. You got a hydraulic hose that's got a leak. They might not even know about it yet, but if they just greased it up, they probably know about it. Maybe that's why it's even parked here, is waiting for a crew to come by and fix it. Or they might have just fixed it. Who knows? Maybe these hoses, they don't look brand new, but they might have been a used hose that was still in good shape off another unit that they brought out instead of having to buy a new hose. So it's beautiful. So you can see there's your power takeoff unit, the PTO. They just got that sitting out in the open. I thought they might cover that up with something, keep it from getting debris on it or rust. This is a really nice complicated unit right here. I have no idea what a lot of this stuff's for. I got a feeling these are for air controlled pistons. They look like the ones you do on a semi truck. Instead of having turn them into place, they might just go in and out like that. But they might be hydraulic hose hookups too, and I'm not sure what that is either. So once again, if you guys know what all this little intricate hydraulic hosing stuff is for, let us know. It's probably for your hydraulic fluid fill for your PTO or your transmission back here. I'm not sure if a unit like this would use the bell housing fluid is the hydraulic fluid, and it does both. I know on my small Ford tractor it was that way. To get the unit to lift, you would actually, if the transmission, the bell housing transmission, not the transmission fluid that's up at the gear shift, but the bell housing fluid back on the actual axle, if that got low, it actually controlled the lift of the whole unit back here as well. So here's your counterweight over on this guy. That's because the arm is on this side. So you got your arm over on the right hand side of the tractor, and you got your counterweight over here, and they got two of them. Look at that. So that is some heavy duty stuff right there. That way when that arm is sticking straight out, they're still in balance. But this is mounted really nicely. I like these mount brackets here too. Like, you can tell that it's mounted from the black unit that's way underneath here. Let me just go in close. This black unit right here is mounted up underneath the actual framing of the, look at the heavy duty framing on this guy right in there. Whew. But that's mounted underneath there, and then this sticks out, and then this, you can mount anything to this guy. But they've mounted this. Now this might be part of this system, but I got a feeling that this is just might sit on here permanently, even when you got other equipment hooked up to this hydraulic lift system here, and then they just hooked this on. And did a great job on the corners, reinforcing them with the exterior plates. And someone smashed off this guy's lights. That's pretty effed up right there, man. Don't mess around with these guys' equipment. Jesus Christ. You know, hard enough the way it is, and then you got some idiot vandalizing you and stuff. So I like his I would think that he'd have, oh, here you go. Yeah. He's got some lights here, and then he's got two up there, but I would think that he'd have one of those light bars by now up on the top, because that would really give you some vision if you're going to be doing some night work, right? So let's call the saber-tooth. The saber-tooth tiger. So this is actual DOT equipment right here. So I'm going to step up on this bad boy so you can see in. Just let me show you this real quick. You got steps set up. They're right in front of the wheel, so you don't have to worry about them being like made out of rubber, where if something hits it, it just bends out of the way. And this is going to be probably this might be your gas tank right here. I don't know if that's, I think this is probably the gas tank right here. But diesel fuel, but this is probably hydraulic fluid then. Tiger Corporation, if you guys want to look this up, I'll just pause it here for a second so you guys can zoom in and all that stuff. Made with pride in the USA. TigerMowers.com. Go ahead and Google that and check that out. So, all right, let's see. I'm not going to open the door because I'm going to be respectful. And, yeah, a little work vest in there. He's got a little CB radio thing up there. And there's your controls and your foot pedals down below. You got your left and right. The one that looks kind of yellowish over there, that's going to be your gas. And the other two are going to be your brakes. You can brake left side or right side, or put your foot right in the middle and brake both, just in case you guys don't know. That's the way most tractors are set up, is they have a left and right brake pedal. So if you want to help turn the vehicle without, you know, really turning the wheel, you could just hit one of the brakes and you'll kind of shift. That's the way you paddle with a canoe or whatever you want to call it. But that way you can also, if you get stuck and one of your tires is slipping, you can brake it and let the other tire do all the work. It doesn't really help a hell of a lot, but it can help a little, and that's your clutch right there, straight down there. I'm sorry I can't point right now to what I'm looking at. I'm just kind of put it right in the middle for you. So there's your clutch, there's your left and right brake pedal, and then the red one that's got all the clay on it there, that's going to be your gas pedal. And then this is kind of cool. I gotta hold this right there. That little thing is like a little hand rest, so you can rest your hand on it while you're doing your shifting and stuff like that. But there's all your real controls over there. I'm kind of balancing on this top thing and I can't really do much pointing or anything like that. But there's your controls, and you got some dials over there. I don't know what those dials are for, up on the ledge there, right up. Let's see if I can get in here. Right there. Let's see, do that again. Right there. I don't know what those dials are for. But, yeah, this thing would be fun to drive. These bigger machines, you know, they got all the different gears. Mine had high and low, first and second. That's all I had on my shifter. I was either in first gear, second gear, and then I had a high and low setting. So if I wanted to cruise, it got going pretty good. If I wanted to cruise down the road on my old Ford, I think it was a 4100 or something like that, Ford 4100. If I wanted to get ripping down the road, I'd put it in second gear and high gear. And I'd go about 30 miles an hour. It actually felt pretty damn scary when you're bouncing down the road in a tractor with a Gannon bucket hanging off the back, bouncing around with you. Oh, so he does have some extra lights. I'm sorry, I didn't see that up there. So he's got a four-way lighting system mounted up on top. But yeah, this is a beauty, huh? I really am. I would love to. We have another video on our channel, if you guys want to check it out. That is a single saw blade, and it's got it's a unit with a 30-foot arm sticking off of it with one blade at the end, and they go up on top and they zing off all the trees. So check out our channel for that. But I haven't seen one of these. This could probably go up to about that height right there on that tree over there, like about that high, if you got it all the way up in the air, and you could zing off some trees. I bet you this would cut down even these trees. That thing might even be able to cut down a tree like this, you know. So there you go. Hopefully you dig that, you guys. And I'll leave you with this. If you want to check out our channel, we got another car coming here. If you want to check out our channel, please check it out right there. And if you want to check out the video of that extended crane, I'll put it right here. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.